Good afternoon, friends. Hope everyone's having a great Friday afternoon and even more importantly, had an awesome 4th of July. Obviously, Ian Maddox, HMFP, connecting with you here. Kind of a change of pace with video. I was getting ready earlier in the week to draft a third update email on our transition, and it dawned on me that in many ways video is a much more effective communication tool. So decided to go this route, and this may be kind of a new model for us that when we have updates or information or whatever we want to communicate, we may do that in video format. So let's jump in here real quick. I wanted to give you some operational updates, transition updates, general news, and we'll start with a couple of things. First of all, a big shout out to all our clients that came to our Barons baseball game I guess week before last, a couple weeks ago. Had an awesome time. We seem to always luck out with good weather. It wasn't too hot, had a nice breeze. 120, 125 folks came out and just had a great time. If you haven't joined us for one of those events, we'll do it again next year, so hopefully you can at that point. The next piece of information, when you come to visit here with Richard, Bonnie, and I, you will most likely, at least for the month of July, maybe into August, find me in what we might call golf attire, casual attire, and I'll see if I can show you why here. You'll notice a rigid leg brace. I guess really just a couple of days after the baseball game. 2 weeks ago, yesterday, I had ACL reconstructive surgery. You know what they say about basketball after 40? Don't do it. I don't recommend it. So I'm on the mend, getting better, starting to be able to bend the knee some, which is good, but I guess I luck out with our peak hot weather. I'll be in shorts and polo shirts. So I wanted to give you an update on that. Now, operationally, let's jump into this a little bit. Paperwork, we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about accessing your accounts online through NetX Investor. Let's start with the paperwork first, and then we can get into NetX Investor and technology. On the paperwork front, on the accounts front, I wanted to thank everybody for their diligence and patience and responsiveness through this process. I know there's been a lot of email communication, phone calls, even physical signatures on paperwork, and you guys have been great getting stuff back to us quickly. Bonnie is not here today, but if I had to guess, somewhere around 80-90%, I think probably closer to 90% of all client accounts have transitioned from the LPL platform to the Pershing platform, which is excellent. We're glad for that. We've tried to condense this process into the narrowest window we possibly can, and make it as efficient as possible. Of course, it's still work, and there's hiccups along the way. So we appreciate all you guys doing to make it as smooth as possible. Let's see. There still could be some paperwork coming your direction. However, variable annuities, 529s, maybe sundry brokerage accounts, and in some cases, if money is moving from one account to another, some of you have that situation, there may still be some paperwork coming your way. So please watch for that, and when it comes in, there'll be a self-addressed stamped envelope. Just sign it and drop it back in the mail. If you have any questions about any of that, as always, call, email, let us know what we can do to be of help. Now, NetX Investor, let's talk about technology. For some clients, I realize not everybody logs into their account. Some of you rely upon paper statements. That's totally fine. You have the ability at Pershing to turn those off and receive email notifications when those are released on a monthly basis and a quarterly basis. So that's completely up to you. You can go paper, you can go digital, you can do a combination of both. You have complete flexibility just as you did on the LPL platform. So, NetX Investor, let's talk about this. There's 3 systems that we're working with right now to get all of the data feeds integrated properly. NetX Investor is the base system. That's the platform kind of that Pershing has. We also are using Allbridge. Allbridge is performance data, right, and historical data that we've merged over from the previous system. And then there's a new system coming on board called Buy All Accounts, all right? So those 3 things are designed to replicate what clients had, at least those that logged in, at LPL with Account View. Okay, Account View and Wealth Vision were the 2 systems we have there. Account View was the base system. Wealth Vision was the system that allowed you to feed third-party assets, run reports, and things of that nature. So our end goal is to replicate what you had at LPL at Pershing, and we're almost there. Maybe a few more weeks to a month, 4, 5, 6 weeks till we can get everything cleaned up. For most folks, you're going to see all of your accounts when you log in, no problem. Here are the circumstances where you may not see something. You may have a spouse account that you used to see, or a trust account, a corporate account, something that has a different tax ID than yours, different than your Social Security number. There's a little bit of work on the back end that we have to do to get everything synced up. But the process to register, go to our webpage, hmfp.us. There's a link there for NetX Investor. Click on it. You're going to need to have at least one account number. If you don't have one of those, just call us, give Bonnie a shout in the office here, or email, and we can get you an account number to begin the registration process. If you get stuck, we can also walk you through that. You'll need to have your mobile phone handy because it's a kind of a two-step encryption or a two-step security process. So you want to have your mobile phone handy, and you're going to want to do it on a computer. All right. So there's an app that you can download as well. Apple, Android, Windows-based phones, whatever, it works on all of them. You can download that app, and then you can access your information. Once you've registered, then you can access that same information with your login credentials you created on your mobile device. So, what other technology? Oh, last piece of information. Very soon, we're going to have the ability, this is actually what I'm most excited about, to use text messaging with clients. Yes, right, it's 2019. You would think that we could have done that by now, but it's been a compliance hurdle, so to speak, and we've crossed that bridge. And so we're going to be integrating a new system. You'll see some more information about that coming down the pike, but we'll have the ability to schedule account reviews that way, reminders of appointments that way. Richard and I will be able to interact. It's both ways. You can text us, we can text you back, which is going to be a great tool that we're excited to be able to use to continue to be effective communications back and forth. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Feel free to reach out if you need anything. Again, appreciate your patience and diligence through this process. Look forward to talking to you again soon. And speaking of that, Bonnie's going to be getting on the phone here very soon to re-engage our kind of account review process that we took a little bit of pause on for the transition, as well as I'll be re-engaging our, for lack of a better term, video blog, our Financial Planning Simplified forum that a lot of folks seem to enjoy. So other than that, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.